What if the key to reversing time lies not in a jar of cream, not in surgery, not in genetics, but in a forgotten code that lives within you, waiting to be activated? What if true aging isn't a biological inevitability, but a program that consciousness itself can rewrite? Imagine for a moment that everything you think you know about your body, its limits, its wear and tear, its expiration date, was nothing more than a story repeated generation after generation until it became the collective truth. But now something is changing. Something deep, ancient, forbidden is beginning to reveal itself. This isn't just another health video or a passing wellness fad. What you're about to discover is a long-forgotten map that connects quantum science with the most ancient, esoteric wisdom. Knowledge hidden for centuries, whispered by initiates and rediscovered by those who have learned to see beyond the obvious. Today, this card reveals itself to you. In the following sections, we will explore the hidden secret of regenerating your body by activating your quantum biology. You will discover that you are not a mere biological machine, but a network of frequencies, an energetic architecture capable of regeneration, expansion, and rebirth. You will discover how your thoughts, emotions, and words act as direct commands to your cells, how it is the vibrations you emit, not the number of years you live, that determine your physical condition. This journey takes us along the paths of calm, conscious breathing, electromagnetic fields, and regenerative visualizations. We will revisit ancestral traditions that knew that biology is only a shell and that beneath it resides an infinite consciousness, capable of reprogramming everything. From meditation practices to the application of healing frequencies, from vibrational nutrition to genetic activation through thought, you will understand that every part of your body is waiting for new instructions, and that these can come today. This will not be a path of empty promises or magical solutions. It will be an awakening. Because rejuvenation isn't just about looking young. It's about reawakening the life force that once flowed naturally within you. It's about remembering your original purpose, before fear, stress, and collective programming extinguished your light. So if you've ever felt like time is sapping your energy, your body isn't responding the way it should, and the mirror is showing you a tired image, this message is for you. This secret wasn't forbidden because it was wrong, but because it was so powerful. And it's time to remember that. Are you ready to awaken your quantum biology? In the dark halls of Egypt, where fire-perfumed stone and silence transmitted sacred codes, priests already knew what we are rediscovering today. The human body is not just flesh, blood, and bones. It is an electrical temple, a vibrational field that, properly activated, can defy time, heal from within, and be reborn at will. Ancient cultures did not separate the physical from the spiritual, the material from the invisible. For them, the body was a dense extension of the soul, and its health or decline depended not on a genetic defect, but on its alignment with the sacred rhythm of the universe. This knowledge was expressed through symbols, rituals, songs, and gestures, and served a purpose not aesthetically, but profoundly, to maintain the body's internal vibration in harmony with Source. Vedantic texts from India speak of prana, the life force that animates matter. In Tibet, lamas knew how to control their bodily functions at will through tumba, an energetic practice that consisted of warming the body in snow. In Mesoamerica, sages preserved body maps, where certain points invisible to the naked eye served as energy portals. The human being himself, whom we in the West conceive of as a simple muscle, was for them an ascending conduit of light, connecting the earth to a higher consciousness. What unites all these cultures? A simple truth: the body responds to intentions, not metaphorically, but as a real biological mechanism. Thanks to precise techniques, these initiates knew how to activate the areas of the body where energy lay dormant. They knew that every cell hears, that blood vibrates, and that DNA can obey certain frequencies. This knowledge disappeared or was silenced when the mechanistic view of science prevailed. The body was reduced to a machine that wears out. Spirituality has become separated from the body, and medicine has become something external. Chemicals are supposed to eliminate symptoms. Machines are supposed to replace functions. Dogs correct mistakes. But today, the boundaries are beginning to blur. Quantum physics is unwittingly confirming the whispers of ancient sages. These are probability fields, particles that behave according to observation, realities that change with attention. New neuroscience is beginning to accept that the mind transforms the body, that emotions influence cells, and that intentions transform structures. Quantum biology is not a passing fad. It's modern language to explain an ancient miracle. We can regenerate, because any disease can be cured. What ages can be renewed, and what was believed to be immutable can be rewritten with the right key. Cultures that were not afraid to turn inward knew this from the beginning. They didn't need laboratories, but they needed presence. They didn't need devices, but rituals. They saw the body not as an enemy to be controlled, but as a sacred ally toward awakening. Contemplating this forgotten legacy today, we understand that what is called a miracle is nothing more than an ancient spiritual technology, shrouded in symbols, hidden in myths, and finally ready to be commemorated. Your body has never forgotten you. It is simply waiting for you to remember it. Imagine for a moment that your body is not just a biological vehicle, but a conscious network of light capable of self-adaptation, receiving codes and activating higher functional patterns. Imagine that every cell not only performs physical functions, but vibrates, listens, and reacts to the electromagnetic field you emit through your thoughts, feelings, and intentions. This is not an exercise in esoteric imagination. It forms the foundation of quantum biology, a new frontier of human knowledge, where science and mind, matter and energy, body and electric field merge. At the heart of this vision lies a secret hidden for centuries. It is possible to reshape one's body from the inside out. The key is to understand that the human body is not static. It's a dynamic system that constantly renews itself. Skin cells, organs, blood, everything regenerates. However, what no one tells you is that this renewal process can be guided, accelerated, and even transformed if you understand how consciousness, the internal electromagnetic field, and vibrational intention interact. The pineal gland, the stomach, the mitochondria, all these biological components possess properties that conventional science dares to accept. They act like quantum antennas, modulating the energy you receive and emit. These are bioenergetic portals. However, none of them are activated without conscious participation. The body responds to the soul's commands. However, this command only becomes effective if it is pronounced clearly, consciously, and consistently. This is where the internal electromagnetic field comes in, a real, measured field that you constantly generate and that becomes the matrix of your physiological processes. This field is not solely formed by your heart rate or brain activity. It is built and strengthened through precise exercises, deep breathing targeted at key areas of the body, harmonious chanting that resonates within the inner cavities, sustained visualizations with vibrant intention, and elevated emotional states such as gratitude, trust, and certainty. The combination of these elements creates what some sages have called the atmosphere of wonder, an inner environment in which the cell remembers its original design, unaltered by stress, trauma, or external programming, but anchored in the divine geometry of DNA. This DNA is not a passive hard drive. It is a frequency-sensitive vibrational instrument. When certain vibrations, such as those emitted by the human voice with high intention, occur, certain chains dissolve and become activated. This is where biological reprogramming begins. The result? Regeneration, mental clarity, reduced inflammation, a strengthened immune system, and cell renewal. But none of this comes from outside. It comes from you, from your connection to your inner power. Activating quantum biology isn't about flipping a magic switch. It's about establishing honest and constant communication between your soul and your matter. It's about telling your body, I am ready to be the light within. Let's rewrite the script. And the amazing thing is, as soon as you do, your body responds. Not out of blind obedience, but because it's still waiting for that signal to become what it was created to be. A luminous instrument at the service of your mind. In the occult schools of ancient law, it was taught that the human body was like a living temple. Not a temple that simply houses the soul, but a temple that responds to it. This distinction is crucial because, while modern medicine views the body as a biological machine, likely to break down or wear out over time, older traditions viewed it more as an intelligent crystal. It absorbs, it emits, react, program yourself, Quantum biology takes this understanding to the next level. We are not made of flesh and blood, but of vibrational fields that take visible forms. Matter is, in essence, organized energy. And when this organization changes, the body changes too. This happens when we activate our healing and regenerative powers. But what triggers it? What does quantum biology actually influence in our favor? Language, not verbal language, but a language of frequencies, like a gigantic orchestra. The body listens to the vibrations it receives from within and without. And then something crucial happens. Every thought is a vibration. Every emotion is an electromagnetic wave. Every intentionally spoken word is a bioenergetic command. When you speak with fear, your magnetic field contracts. When you feel deep gratitude, it amplifies. By consciously breathing from your center, the field stabilizes and begins to vibrate in harmonious patterns. These are the ideal conditions for regenerative activation. Additionally, certain areas of the body function as bioquantum switches. The psoas, solar plexus, thymus, base of the spine, and pineal gland. All of these points are nodes of high energetic sensitivity. Working consciously with them through movement, sound, visualization, or breathing triggers reactions that transcend the physical. Pulses of coherent energy are created, stimulating cellular repair, tissue renewal, and strengthening the immune system. An important example is the phenomenon of the observer effect. Studied in quantum physics, subatomic particles change their behavior when observed. This idea can also be applied to the body. By observing a diseased part of oneself with the aim of healing it, a real change occurs in its energetic structure. This area is beginning to reorganize itself because you haven't acted out of judgment or fear, but out of vibrant awareness. And to do that, you don't need to understand all the quantum equations. What you need is presence. Energy follows attention. Wherever you direct your attention, you direct your light. And wherever you direct your light, biology responds. This reveals another fundamental principle: consistency. When your mind thinks one thing, your heart feels another, and your body reacts differently. There is no true creative force. But when thoughts, feelings, and actions are directed toward a single goal, such as healing or regeneration, a powerful resonance emerges. This resonance creates coherence, and coherence is the breeding ground for quantum activation. Therefore, any technique that affects the body must be accompanied by a clear intention. It's not enough to move the body mechanically. It requires an inner narrative to accompany it. I activate the light that renews me. My body remembers its original structure. Energy flows freely and transforms me. These affirmations are not just positive thoughts. These are vibrational commands that restructure the field. For the field is the origin, and the body its manifestation. Are you ready for the matter of your body to respond to the symphony of your soul? Understanding that your body is an energetic field receptive to every thought, emotion, and intention it emits is not only an act of spiritual understanding, it's a concrete responsibility. Activating one's quantum biology, that subtle potential that restructures cells, heals tissues, and illuminates the heart, doesn't happen with a mystical flash. It's an art that must be cultivated daily. And here I'm going to explain how to get started. The first step is to take control of your inner narrative. Every day, every hour, your mind emits automatic thoughts, and most of them are residual thoughts. Judgments, fears, and past memories vibrate at a low frequency. To activate your quantum biology, you must change the inner tone with which you speak to yourself. Repeating empty statements is not enough. Your body is too wise to react to empty words. You must feel it, inhabit it, breathe it. When you wake up, place one hand on your heart and the other on your stomach. Before opening your eyes wide, take a deep breath and affirm it sincerely. Today I choose to align my energy with my original plan. I live lightly. My body is a temple that responds to my consciousness. This simple exercise, practiced regularly, reconfigures your magnetic field for the day. It's like tuning an instrument before the start of a symphony. The second tip is more physical. Pay attention to your conscious movements. The way you walk, sit, breathe, or eat can help or hinder you. When you make hasty, disordered, or unconscious movements, your energy field fragments. In contrast, when you move with presence, your nervous system calms, your brain frequency returns to more coherent states, and quantum regeneration mechanisms activate. One simple technique is spiral breathing. As you inhale, imagine energy rising from the base of your spine, like a spiral of light rising to the top of your head. As you exhale, feel the same light descending and flooding every organ and cell. Do this exercise for 3 minutes every morning and 3 minutes before bed. This harmonizes the body-mind axis and awakens latent memories in your DNA. Third tip, pay attention to your diet, but not just the food itself. Observe the content you consume with your eyes, ears, and emotional environment. Violent images, negative language, and destructive music alter your vibration. Choose readings, sounds, colors, and conversations that strengthen your field. Beauty is quantum medicine. Bedroom, reconnect with silence. We live in a state of sensory overload, trapped by an avalanche of information that tires the heart. But in deep silence, our energy reorganizes. Spend at least 10 minutes a day closing your eyes, disconnecting from all stimuli, and simply listening to your inner self. Don't do anything else. Just listen. What's happening there is a subtle alchemy. Your energy field will be cleansed, your organs will heal, and your body will regain its natural regenerative intelligence. Finally, connect with a higher intention. Your body will not regenerate with isolated techniques unless there is a clear reason. Purpose is the soul of energy. Ask yourself, why do I want to heal myself? Why do I want to stay young and vibrant? What higher service do I want to provide to the world with the energy I gain? When your intention aligns with a higher purpose, to create, to love, to serve, to awaken, your body responds with gratitude. And this gratitude becomes a living medicine that flows through your veins, your bones, and your aura. You don't need to be a scientist to activate your quantum biology. You just need to remember who you are, a link between heaven and earth, an antenna of light that transforms your reality from the inside out. Behind every cell, every vibration, every bioelectric impulse lies a field of information that supports everything. And you, even if you've forgotten it, are its guardian. Quantum biology is neither a futuristic promise nor a spiritual fantasy. It is an ancient truth, a secret whispered from the temples of Egypt to the caves of the Himalayas. And now you begin to remember the heart of a person who yearns for more than just existing, who desires to live fully. What you have discovered on this journey is much more than just a technique. You have discovered a completely new yet ancient way of inhabiting your body. No longer as a vessel that inevitably ages, but as a temple that responds to your consciousness. A regenerative field that reactivates when you treat it as an ally. Not a machine, your body is where your divinity germinates. There's no need to seek eternity in other dimensions. It's present here, woven into your nervous system, into the silent music of your organs, into the magnetic field that surrounds you when you are in coherence. Every sublime thought, every feeling you transform, every conscious breath reprograms your vibrational architecture. But this knowledge, as powerful as it is, requires more than mere intellectual understanding. It requires practice, loving discipline, and daily attention. Just as you must feed a fire to keep it alive, you must also nourish your energy field, not out of fear but out of devotion. From that sacred space, where you know your well-being is not yours alone. As you ascend collectively. Rejuvenation isn't just about regaining your youthful appearance, but also about restoring lost coherence. It's about returning to the original plan. Life gave you before the noise of the world, disrupted your circuits. And this return is possible because deep within your body, the melody of your truth still vibrates. You just need to activate it. It is therefore not only an invitation to take care of your body, but to inhabit it as a priest inhabits his temple. Listen to it like a wise man listens to an oracle. Celebrate it like an artist celebrates his masterpiece. For that is exactly what you are, an electromagnetic masterpiece, a symphony of embodied light. Now that you know this, the question is no longer whether you can regenerate, but whether you are ready to become the conscious guardian of your quantum field. If this truth has resonated with you, and you feel that this message has awakened something dormant within you, I invite you to spread this light. Like the video, share it with those who need to be reminded of its power, and subscribe to the channel to explore the secrets of transformation together, because we are still at the beginning. And remember, you are not only matter, you are made of intention, light, living consciousness. The greatest miracle is not being able to regenerate. The greatest miracle is being the healer,